Hi everyone, my name is Michael Brooks and I am currently an intern here at KSHSAA and also a baseball umpire. This presentation will be covering some reasons as to why you should officiate as well as some additional information you will need to know before and after registering. So, starting off with the question, why officiate? Well, officiating gives you the chance to stay connected to sports and provides a chance to give back to the game you enjoy. It keeps you active and in shape, gives you a chance to join the fraternity of officials, which is a popular reason amongst many KSHSAA registered officials, provides an opportunity to earn some spending money. It gives you a chance to work with kids and an opportunity to make a difference in their lives. Lastly, without officials, there wouldn't be any sports for these kids to play and enjoy. Why register with KSHSAA? Well, our member schools must use KSHSAA registered officials in all varsity contests. We register officials for 10 sports throughout the school year. These sports include baseball, basketball, cross country, football, gymnastics, soccer, softball, track and field, volleyball, and wrestling.
Michael has done a great job of explaining why you might want to become a KSHSAA registered official. My name is Fran Martin. I'm an assistant director with the High School Activities Association. I'm responsible for the sports of basketball and cross country, and I also am the officials liaison in our office. In addition to that, I've been a registered volleyball official for over 30 years. And I also registered and participated as a basketball official prior to becoming a KSHSA assistant director. So how do you register? Well, the easiest way is to go online to kshsaa.org, go to the officials tab, and go to new officials. There you can enter your information and pay your fees using a credit card. If that doesn't work for you, we can email you or mail you the registration form and you can mail it back in with a check. We can have you come into the office and register, or you can register at a rules meeting. But you have to be registered before our last rules meeting because the rules meeting is required for you to stay in good standing. So what does it cost to register as a KSHSA official? Well, first of all, you have to register each year. Secondly, the registration information is mailed each May to previously registered officials. The fee is $55 for the first sport and $25 for each additional sport. So what am I going to get once I register for my $55? Well, you're going to get all the NFHS rule books, and generally that includes a rule book, a case book, and an official's manual. Plus, you're also going to get access to the online rule books through the NFHS app. One of the most important things that you're going to get, however, is the NFOA insurance and the membership to the NFOA. What's NFOA? It's the National Federation of Officials Association. The insurance is a catastrophic insurance policy and a liability policy, which officials today need. We also provide you the KSHSAA Handbook. You have access to an Arbiter account to receive game assignments, and you'll get all of the mailings. In addition, you will also get the NFHS open book tests and all the sports manuals and directories. So what is required of an official then, now that I'm registered? Well, you have to attend the rules meeting in the sport that you've registered in. Those meetings are conducted prior to the season starting. They're conducted by a KSHSA administrator who's in charge of that sport. You also have to complete and submit your answers to the NFHS exam. But guess what? It's an open book exam. You can look up all the question answers prior to logging on to submit your answers. The other thing, you gotta like school activities. You gotta like being around kids. Playing experience isn't a requirement. Sometimes it helps just so you understand a little bit about the game, but it's not a requirement. But the other thing that you need is the ability to learn, to interpret, as well as the desire to teach the values that sports have to offer.
You are now registered. Now what? One of the first things you will need to do is get the proper equipment. Some places to check out would be at local Dick's Sporting Goods, Academy Sports, or Shields. Some officials' websites to check out are precisionofficials.com, smittyapparel.com, or honigs.com. These websites have all your equipment needs, and some of them have starter packs that come with everything or almost everything you will need. Another possibility could be asking a veteran official if they have any equipment or apparel for sale or that you could have. Keep in mind, the equipment needed for officiating varies from sport to sport. Another thing to keep in mind is that some sports have higher initial costs than others. The next thing to do is to get some officiating experience. In order to improve, officials need to study the rules books of their respective sport. You will also need to attend area supervisor meetings. If you have the opportunity, another great way to learn is to watch other officials work. Honoring all contracts and being available via phone or email are important for getting your name out there. If you run into any unusual situations or incidents, make sure you contact the KSHSAA and your assigner. In terms of getting experience, working sub-varsity games like youth sports leagues or tournaments, freshman or C-team games, or junior varsity games is a great way to gain experience. Be patient, be flexible, and do your best whenever you work. This will allow you to get your name out there and work your way up to varsity level games. You have a responsibility to make sure people know you are registered and ready to be assigned games. Some ideas of who to contact are local school athletic directors, school principals, league commissioners, current working officials, local officials associations, and your area supervisor. Let them know you are registered and your working experience. You need to sell yourself and let others know of your ability. Here at KSHSAA, we offer our officials opportunities to be recognized. We recognize our officials for 20, 30, 40, and 50 years of service. There are also opportunities to get nationally recognized as an area official or distinguished contributor.
One of the books that you will get when you register with us is the KSHSAA Officials Handbook. In that book, you will find the officials code of conduct, officials regulations, what you've got to do to stay in good standing, information about our officials advisory committee, which reports to our executive board concerns from officials. More information about the registration process, all the requirements. The book also explains to you how postseason assignments occur. And you can find those uniform requirements that Michael mentioned earlier. One of the most important things about being an official is being loyal. If you sign a contract, meaning you've accepted a game from an assigner, from a school administrator, from a recreation league, honor it. Your word is your bond. Officials are not KSHSAA employees. You're an independent contractor. An independent contractor has to go out and look for assignments. They just don't come to you. I like to equate it to someone who has a lawn mowing business. There are a lot of lawn mowing businesses out there. How is it that I get to mow more lawns than anybody else? Well, one, I do a better job, and two, I let people know who I am and why I am the best person for the job. One of the important things to do is communication. That means making sure that you let your schools that you're working for know that you're going to be there. Either give them an email or call them, and then show up and show up on time. Be proactive with communication, not reactive. Many of our schools and our leagues use Arbiter as their assigning tool. That doesn't mean that there's a person named Mr. Arbiter. There's still a person assigning you to games. But rather than calling you on the phone or sending a paper contract, you're going to get an email from Arbiter that says, hey, you've got games. So once you register with the High School Activities Association, you will get a welcome to join Arbiter account 103765. Once you join that account, any school in Kansas or any league commissioner in Kansas will have the ability to assign you to games. The Activities Association uses the Arbiter website to schedule all of our postseason officials. It also has important information about how to get information about your partners, who they might be, or the school information, or how you get paid. And one of the best things about it is you can go in and block days that you're not available so people don't call you or try to give you games. So what do I get paid for being an official? Well, the biggest payment for me is I get to be around kids. And I get to be around other officials. Many of those officials have become great friends. It is a true fraternity once you become an official. But the other things that go into deciding how much you get actually paid have to do with what level of competition you're working. Varsity, JV, freshman, junior high. How far is it between the contests? And how many games do you work each night? I would say that your registration fee in most cases will be paid for after 1 day of officiating because most of the time you're going to get paid more than $55 for your first day of work. So this slide shows you some of the varying fees depending on what level you're working and where you are in the state of Kansas. As I mentioned before, you'll pay for your registration in 1 night of officiating. If you're a young person who's looking for a part-time job, there is no better part-time job. You get to set your schedule. You decide which days you're available and when you can work. You decide how far you want to drive. There aren't very many jobs where you get the flexibility to decide what days you want to work and how far you want to go. So look over these amounts. You'll find, like I said, that most of the time it's a pretty good amount per hour. Many games last an hour to an hour and 15 minutes, depending on what sport it is. So it's a good hourly wage for you to be able to become a KSHSAA registered official.
Now we are going to show some videos of current KSHSAA officials. In these videos, they share the reasons why they officiate, as well as some additional information about themselves.
My name is Nancy Tooley. I live in Princeton, Kansas. I officiate volleyball and basketball. I finished up my 15th year of both sports. In my free time, I teach high school math as my real career. And the reasons I officiate are for the friendships and then to give back to the kids. Because without officials, they don't get to play. Somebody officiated me when I was in high school, so it's my way to give back to them.
Hi, my name is Randy Richter. I'm from Lakeland, Kansas. I'm the Maintenance and Transportation Director here at the school. I just finished my 26th year with KSHSAA. In those 26 years, I've done football, basketball, baseball, softball. The reason I got into it was for the extra income and the love of the game. And I would say that's one of my better decisions because I still enjoy the extra income and I still love the game.
My name is Josh Tanking. I'm from Corning, Kansas. I officiate volleyball, football, and basketball. I'm a business manager for a construction company, and I officiate because I love sports and I want to give back to the youth in our area.
Adam Butch, Topeka, Kansas. The sports I officiate are volleyball and basketball. Some of the reasons I officiate are because I've learned numerous life lessons through the years, and also those incredible moments that you guys experience as athletes, like making the last second shot in a basketball game or whatever it may be. We get to experience those firsthand, and it's just as exciting for us, and it's very rewarding just to help student athletes as they've gone through the year.
If you have any questions regarding more information on officiating, please contact us at the KSHSAA office. Thank you.